What if I told you that some of the wealthiest families in America, people worth billions, legally pay less in taxes than a school teacher? Not because they're breaking the law, not because they have corrupt politicians in their pocket, but because they know about a system that's been hiding in plain sight for over 100 years. A system that is completely legal, completely documented, and almost completely invisible to the average person. Today, we're opening the file. Welcome back to Hidden Wealth Files, the channel where we pull back the curtain on the financial strategies, secret structures, and hidden systems that the ultra-wealthy use to protect, grow, and pass on their fortunes. If you're new here, hit subscribe, because what you're about to hear is not taught in schools, not covered in mainstream media, and definitely not something your bank will ever tell you. Let's get into it. Here's what most people don't understand. When you earn money, you get taxed. When you invest money, you get taxed. When you leave money to your children, you get taxed again. The average middle-class family loses money at every single step of building wealth. But the rich? They've structured their entire financial life so that money flows without ever being earned in the traditional sense. See, the tax code was not written against the wealthy. It was written by the wealthy, for the wealthy. And the number one tool they use is something called a Dynasty Trust. A Dynasty Trust is a legal structure that allows a wealthy family to place their assets, stocks, real estate, businesses, cash, into a protected financial vehicle that can last for generations. Some dynasty trusts in America are legally allowed to exist for up to 360 years. Think about that. Money placed into this trust today can protect a family's wealth until the year 2385. And here's the part that will make your jaw drop. Because the money technically belongs to the trust and not to any individual person. It is largely shielded from estate taxes, gift taxes, and in many cases, even creditors. The Walton family, yes, the family behind Walmart, used a version of this structure to transfer billions of dollars to their heirs while legally minimizing estate taxes. The Rockefellers have used trust structures for over 100 years. The Kennedy family, the Mars family, the Koch family, all of them, different trusts. Same idea. Keep the wealth inside a protected legal vehicle and let it grow untouched for generations. Now, dynasty trusts are just one piece of the puzzle. The full hidden wealth system that elite families use is built on 3 pillars. Pillar 1, the vault, trust structures. We already covered this. The trust is the foundation. It's the container that holds everything. Nothing escapes it without the family's permission. Nothing enters the tax system without the family's strategy. Pillar 2, the engine, borrowed money. Here's a concept that will rewire your brain. Rich people don't sell their assets to access money. They borrow against them. If a billionaire holds $500 million in stock and they need $50 million to buy a yacht, a jet, or a new mansion, they don't sell the stock because selling means taxes. Instead, they walk into a private bank and say, I have $500 million in assets. Give me a $50 million loan at 2% interest. The bank says yes, instantly. The billionaire uses the money, pays minimal interest. The stock continues to grow. And because a loan is not income, it is not taxed. This strategy is so common among the ultra-wealthy that it even has a name on Wall Street. They call it buy, borrow, die. Buy assets, borrow against them. And when you die, the assets pass to your heirs at a stepped-up cost basis, wiping out the unrealized gains entirely. It sounds illegal. It is completely legal. And it is how generational wealth is actually built. Pillar 3, the shield, charitable foundations. The third pillar is the one that turns wealth into legacy and simultaneously creates massive tax advantages. When a wealthy family sets up a private foundation, like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation or the Rockefeller Foundation, they can donate assets into the foundation, get an immediate tax deduction, and then use the foundation to fund causes, projects, and even family members who work for the foundation. The assets grow inside the foundation tax-free, and the family maintains control over where the money goes. So they get the deduction, they keep the control, and the public calls them philanthropists. Now you might be asking, why don't people know about this? The answer is simple, and it's a little uncomfortable. Because the people who benefit from this system also have enormous influence over what gets taught, what gets reported, and what gets discussed in mainstream finance. Your school taught you to get a job. Your job taught you to save money. Your bank taught you to put it in a savings account. None of them taught you that the real game is being played at an entirely different level. The wealthy don't hide this information because it's illegal. They hide it because information is the ultimate form of capital. And now, you have it. Now, before you close this video thinking, great, so rich people win and I lose. Hold on, because while you may not be building a dynasty trust today, the principles behind this system are available to everyone. Number 1, stop treating tax as a fixed cost. Tax is a variable you can influence. Through LLCs, self-employment structures, retirement accounts like SEPIRAs and solo, 401 Burmese chats, and real estate depreciation. Start there. Number 2, stop selling assets to access money. Learn how helix, margin, accounts, and asset-backed loans work. Borrowing against appreciating assets is a skill, not a sin. Number 3, build structures, not just savings. A savings account is a bucket with holes. A properly structured LLC, trust, or holding company is a vault. The game is not rigged against you because you weren't born rich. The game is rigged against you because nobody showed you the rulebook. Consider this your rulebook. The hidden wealth system isn't a conspiracy. It's a curriculum, and the wealthy have been enrolled in that curriculum for generations. The only question now is, are you going to use what you've learned? Or are you going to scroll past it? If this video opened your eyes, share it with one person who needs to see it. And if you want to go deeper into the structures, the strategies, and the secrets that the ultra-rich use every single day, subscribe to Hidden Wealth Files, because we're just getting started. See you in the next file.